All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, shalom.
And before we get started, we'd like to give our praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to
Yeah,
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Hakwadash,
Yahushua,
Yahweh, being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who through ignorantly and incorrectly calls God, Bahashem in the name, Yahushua, the true name of the only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, who through ignorantly and incorrectly calls Jesus Christ, Bahashem in the name, or Hakwadash, the Holy Spirit. We'd like to give double honors to the apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, and peace, blessing, love, and salutations to those elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. May the blessing and election fall upon you and your household. To you we say Shabbat Shalom, Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, shalom.
And today, this is the branch of the Kentucky Hebrew Israelite Church coming back to you today with another Shabbat lesson, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yashai B'Shem Chakwadash. And today's lesson, the title of it, as you see, the beast rise in World War III is getting closer every day. Again, the beast rise in World War III is getting closer every day. You know, that's what we're seeing a lot of right now is that World War III. You know, what's going on over there in Russia, Ukraine, if Russia, Finland and Sweden, Russia saying that they're gonna retaliate against that. And then if we're that close to World War III, how much more so are we closer to the beast rise? Because according to prophecy, the beast rise is going to come before World War III. And that beast rise is, if you don't know already, is Revelation 13:16 on down. That thing that goes into your right hand or in your forehead. And let me just get a precept real quick showing that with each passing day, we're getting closer and closer to the soon return of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which is our Lord and Savior. So this is Romans 13, verse 11, and it reads, and that knowing the time, and we know the time that we're in, we know that this is a time when all things are going to come to pass, when the end of this world is going to take place. This is that time, knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Our salvation is so near, man. It says, and when you see all these things come to pass, lift up thy head, for thy redemption draweth nigh. And our redemption is not. It's like our redemption is nigh, man, even at the door. So that with that, just hand it off to the brother.
If you can get that precept where Bahashem Yashai set us as watchmen upon the wall, because that's what we're doing. You know, we're continuing to sound the alarm for the beast rise. All right, and when we got a clip for you, when we play the clip, you're going to see why we call it the beast rise. Okay.
Yep.
And we're continuing to sound the alarm on that. We're going to keep continuing to sound the alarm because we're in that time. Okay. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. You know, and as it says in Amos chapter 3, verse 6, you know, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the precept the brother's pulling up. Okay, that's why I didn't find. I was looking at Jeremiah. The precept that the brothers pulled up there, he's getting ready to read. You can see that the Most High set us up to be the watchmen on the wall, and we're also to blow the trumpet. Okay, if we don't, we don't sound the trumpet, if we don't blow the trumpet, sound the alarm, then the blood of those that get taken by the danger is on our hands. And the Most High is going to require that of us. You know,
Right.
we're going to have to answer to the Most High for that, and we don't want that. So we're going to do what we're supposed to do, which is we're going to sound the alarm about these impending dangers, these coming perils. Okay, which like the brother said. I mean, how can this beast rise, this charagma, which that's the Greek word that's been translated to, what you read in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 18. Okay. How can this be pushed on the whole world, tying that with Revelation 3 and 10, if the whole world's already destroyed? if the nations are at each other's throats at that point. Okay,
Right.
so no, this is going to be this, and it's already well underway. So it has to be before the nuclear destruction, of course. Not necessarily that, the build we won't be in the build up to the third world, which is the third world war, World War III. That can be underway, and it is underway already. Okay, we're in the build up to it, right? But it will not have reached its peak. It will not have gone all the way hot, and certainly the missiles won't be flying, because then there's no world left at that point for the charagma, the beast rice, to be pushed on. So yes, that charagma, that beast rice, that Revelation 13 badge is going to be made mandatory before the thermonuclear destruction, before World War III goes all the way hot. Okay?
Mhm.
So go ahead and bring it out, bro.
Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day
Never,
nor night.
never hold our peace day nor night. Okay? And that's an not illusion, but an allusion to the internet, because we put our videos up on the internet. That's speaking about two things. Number one is speaking about the internet, because we put our videos up, okay, and then even while we're sleeping, our videos are still up. You can go and click on our videos, and listen to us as we proclaim, thus saith Yahweh Shem Shah. We speak the words of prophecy which Yahweh Shem Shah is putting in our mouths 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. Okay, anytime.
Mhm.
But then it's also true in another way, because you got men of the Lord all around the four corners of the globe, of the earth, right? So while the brothers on this side, brothers are prophesying 24/7, 7 days a week, because while brothers are sleeping on this side of the earth, brothers on the other side of the earth are bringing it out. Those
Yep.
brothers go to sleep, and they bring it out various times of the day, and early in the morning, you know, brother can't sleep, gets up at 3 a.m. He bringing it out. Brother wakes up in the morning, 7:30, 8 a.m. He's bringing it out. Brother bringing it out in the middle of the day. Brother bringing it out in the early evening. Brother's bringing it out late at night.
Yep.
Brother can't sleep. It's 12 o'clock at night. Brother's bringing it out. So, and then when those brothers lay down, brothers on the other side of the world are bringing it out. And the
Yep.
Most High set us up to be watchmen. What are watchmen doing? Watchmen are looking for danger, and the most the nearest impending danger is that beast race, that charagma. Okay, and
Mhm.
then right along with that is going to come Jacob's trouble, and then right on the heels of that is that third world's war, and then we looking up for our redemption draws. Now we ready to get out of here, man, because
Yep.
you know you know. And yesterday in camp, I was saying that these things, the return of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is imminent. Well, imminent in a certain sense. At that point when those things happen, at the point when the charagma is made mandatory, whether they say it's mandatory or not, whether they use that word, they're going to say it's mandatory, but they may not use the word mandatory. Because see, this devil, now the serpent was more subtle than any other beast of the field. He's deceptive, he's deceitful, and he's crafty. So he may come say, "Oh, you have a choice." But then he's going to say, well, you have a choice, but if you don't take it, then you can't shop for groceries, you can't get a job, you can't get paid, you can't sell anything, you can't function in society. But it's your choice. You don't have to. That's double speak, man.
Mhm.
That is mandatory. Whether he puts the label of mandatory on it or not, that is mandatory. And eventually he's going to say, take it or you lose your head.
Hmm.
But it's your choice. It's not mandatory. Okay, that's mandatory. So once that's made mandatory, and once Jacob's trouble, reaches its climax, and World War III goes all the way hot, then those missiles can fly anytime. And when the missiles are flying, when the missiles are in the air, Yahweh Shai Mashiach's coming back to save, to deliver the elect.
Mhm.
Okay, so at that point, that's when the return of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is imminent. Now, it's his return is imminent in another sense right now, because all those prophecies are imminent. All those prophecies are right here, and they could pop off anytime. The stage is set. The stage is being set and progressing for the Third World's War.
Yep.
Okay, Jacob's trouble. Everything's in place for that. Okay. Um, and what about the charagma, the beast rights, which is going to kick all that off? Okay, well, that's what we're getting ready to get into. Okay, That's progressing. It's moving. It is front and center. It's not you know, reached full speed yet, but it is front and center, and it is progressing, and it is accelerating. And so that's imminent, because that can pop off and go all the and speed all the way up at any time. And
Mm-hmm.
once that does, everything else is going to happen real quick in succession with that. All right. So we don't have a lot of time. Okay. The time is at hand. Revelation 1 and 3 and 1 Peter 4 and 7. Okay. The time is at hand. We in that time. We are that generation. These things are going to happen in our generation, in our lifetime. Matter of fact, go to the mirror, look at yourself, and the way you look now is pretty much, if not exactly, the way you're going to look when these things go down. Okay. You're probably not going to have any more wrinkles than you got now. Probably not going to have any more gray. You may have maybe one or two, maybe, possibly, depending on how fast you gray. If you got gray. If you don't have gray, but you get close, you might get one or two. But it's pretty much going to go down, we expect, in a handful of years. And that's not setting any time, because we don't know the day nor the hour. But we do know that, the Yahweh Shah Mashiach got on the wicked scribes and Pharisees. Why? Because they were supposed, he said, you're able to discern the signs of the weather, but you can't discern the signs of the time. What the hell is wrong with you? What was he saying to him? You should know that we are in that time, that the Messiah, that I'm supposed to be here. You're supposed to know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just in that same way, we're supposed to know when it's very, very close. The scripture tells us to measure the time diligently. Okay. And when thou shalt see just part, not all, part, not even most. You don't even have to see most, just part of the signs pass. Well, we see most, if not all. Most, you could say all, in the sense that we see the majority of the signs are past, and the few signs that remain are front and center and passing as we speak.
Yep.
Okay. Or about to pop off, like, for example, Jacob's trouble. Okay. You could say we're in the beginnings of it. You could put it that way. Or you could say, well, it hasn't started yet, but it's about to start. Either way you put it, you can make a case either way. But the point is the majority of the signs are passed. Okay. And the ones that haven't yet passed is just a few. They're pretty much front and center and passing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to pass. Right. So if all we need to see was part, but we see the vast majority, and the few that remain are already on the scene, how much more? Then shalt thou know that it is the very same time when the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made. Okay. We in that time. We are that generation. These things, that generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. We're that generation. Okay. So we're sounding the alarm, we're blowing the trumpet, and the thing that's the next big thing to happen, that's going to kick off all the rest of the things, which is not a lot, it's just a handful. And then you got some writer prophecies along. Sometimes I refer to major prophecies and minor prophecies, but it's major and minor in the sense of how much is covered in the scriptures. Okay, some prophecies are covered, and then another thing that can make a prophecy major is what hinges on it. Okay, what hinges on it. So it's only a handful of major prophecies in that sense that remain, and then there's a few more minor prophecies in the sense that they're not covered as much or as heavily in the scriptures, or a lot doesn't really hinge on it. But all the prophecies are major; they're all going to get fulfilled. So in a certain sense, there's some prophecies that are going to come along with it. You got the charagma, the beast race. You got Jacob's trouble. You got the Third World's War, and then you got prophecies that are going to come along with it, and they're going to be fulfilled. All the prophecies are faithful and true. Every last thing. Whether you say it's a quote unquote major prophecy, or whether you say it's a quote unquote minor prophecy, each and every one of them is going to be fulfilled. Each and every one of them is going to come to pass. All the words of Yahweh Shem Hashah, faithful and true. But this charagma, this beast rice, that's the one that's going to kick off everything else that's coming behind it, and things are going to move real fast. Yahweh Shem Hashah is going to speed up the time. He's going to hasten the days, and we're going to get out of here. So we don't have a lot of time. Okay. So we're gonna sound the alarm, because that beast rice is they getting ready to push it. They getting ready to do what the devil's going to do. Okay. Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh Shem Hashah has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. We're entering into that day of evil, and the devil's about to do what his last big job to do. Well, he's got two last big jobs to do. Three last big jobs to do. One, push this beach rice, make it mandatory, and he's about to do that. That's the point that I'm saying. And then he's gonna kill a lot of our people. It's called Jacob's trouble. And then he's gonna fire off those missiles and destroy his own kingdom. And those things are shortly to come to pass. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get into this beast rush right now, and we're warning. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. This warning is for the so-called this warning is for the Israelites, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Okay, that's who this warning is for. Okay, the heathen, this warning is not for you. Okay, the only message we got for the heathen is that you're going into slavery for 1,000 years, hardcore. And then if you're an Edomite, you're going to be exterminated after that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're one of the other heathen nations, then after the 1,000 years, you're going to be returned to the lands that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua has allotted for you, and you're going to be forced to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. You're going to be forced to pay tribute to the Israelites, and as long as you do those things, you're going to be good, and you will. You're going to want to do those things. You're going to be rejoicing for the most part. Y'all going to go off sometimes, and then you're going to get beat with that rod of iron, but for the most part, you're gonna love being tributaries and servants and underneath the Israelites, and you're gonna have it better than you ever imagined. You're gonna have it better than you even know you can possibly have it on this side. Okay, so you're gonna be happy to be under the Israelites, like it says in Proverbs, which I believe that's 29:2. When the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, I think when wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And y'all going to be rejoicing under the Israelites, but not that first 1,000 years. All right, so now let's get into it, bro. Let's did we finish the verse?
No.
Okay, Slocky, go ahead, bro.
It says, I've set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which I never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing. This is a commandment given to us, and that's what we got to do. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to have to answer Yahweh Shema Shah. We don't want to have that. We want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the rest of thy Lord. Okay. Sure. So let's get into it, bro.
So just get a recap of what we got yesterday. Leading up to the beast rice. So that we got this yesterday at investbrain.com, published May 20th, 2022, the year of Yahweh Shemshah turning up. And Yahweh Shemshah is turning up. It says Biden seeks new unilateral powers for the World Health Organization chief to declare public health emergencies.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just get a little quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna get this. So really, the United States, it's always U.S. led, U.S. Backed. So the U.S. is trying to give the World Health Organization more power, more authority to what's the word I'm looking to react quicker without any other nations, consent regarding public health emergencies.
Right.
And if those nations don't cooperate in a certain amount of time, then the World Health Organization can react to that nation that is not cooperating, basically.
Yep.
And that's this is also just saying, if what's on the scene right now, this monkey, this MP, this monkeypox, if it came on the scene and they had this amendment came to pass, then the World Health Organization could give you mandates and give you requirements without the consent of the nation, the government, the prime minister, the president. They can give you, and what is the government going to say? They're going to say, well, they are in authority. They do have the best. They do have the best
interest.
interest for you. So we're gonna follow after what they say and enforce it.
Right. Yeah. So it's so unilateral emergency powers.
Yep.
Okay. And it's like it's going to be, this power is going to extend over like 190 something nations. So
Yep.
190 something nations are going to be subject to this. And they're
Yep.
supposed to vote on this, I think like next week or something like that.
Yeah.
Right in the middle, conveniently, right when this vote's coming up, conveniently, you got the monkeypox on the scene.
Yep.
So, oh, you see, this is the reason why. Look at this. It's already spread to 12 countries and 80 suspected cases and growing rapidly.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is not the real dangerous strain. This is not the strain that kills 10%. This is the strain that kills only like maybe 1%. But still, it could easily, next thing you know, it could mutate. It can mutate to that one or switch to that. So see, this is the reason why. See, it's a
Right.
convenient pretext for right when they get ready to do this vote and see, you see what's going on with the monkeypox right now. This is exactly why we need to pass this. We need to vote this into law, you know.
Right.
So and also showing you that you already have a world government, okay?
Yep.
And you got the World Health Organization, you got a world court. Okay, once I get done with this, you tell me what else you need. You got a World Health Organization, you got a world court, you got a world police force. It's called Interpol, International Police Interpol. Okay, what else you got? You got you got a world army. It's called the United Nations Peacekeeping Force. We're gonna come and bust you upside your head to keep peace. Well, who was disturbing the peace? What I do to disturb the peace? Well, this is what you did to disturb the peace. You ain't do what we wanted you to do. When you ain't do what we wanted you to do, you was disturbing the peace. So now we gotta come and bust you upside your head to restore peace.
Yep.
This goddamn devil, man. You wonder why he gonna get his ass handed to him, to say the least. Okay. Okay. So you got the World Health Organization, you got the World Court, you got International Police, you got Interpol, and you got United Nations. That's your world, legislative body. What else do you need for a world government? And
Right.
that's the reason why they established it in the beginning, by the way. That's the reason. They first tried at the end of World War I with the League of Nations, but people wasn't buying it. And so they scrapped that, and they was like, we need a second world. We need a second world war, and thus commenced the third Slovakia, and thus commenced the second woe that it talks about in Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past. So they had the Second World War to try again, and out of that one, they got the United Nations, and that stuck, and we got it to this day. But that's the reason why they came up with that, okay, for a world government. But go ahead, bro. Let's wrap this up and let's get into that clip and get the scripts so we can move on, because we want to get into World War III too.
Con, that was it on that. But we
Okay.
had another article going into. We had.
Okay. Yeah, let's touch on it briefly and then get the clip. And you're gonna see this in the clip. But this, we got two articles.
Yeah, I was just gonna touch on this one after I got this one.
Okay, right. This
And
one right here,
Yeah.
right here is a big, huge step. It's really only one. It's really only like one, at the most two more steps from this one to the beast rice. Okay, and this is what they're doing in Iran right now. All right. Okay. In order to get, the brother's going to touch on it, but in order to get the government, because you got high ass inflation over there. Inflation is running amok all around the world. Okay, because we in that time, man. That's one of the plagues. The plagues are sent and shall not return, shall not be slack, and shall not return to they accomplish what it is that the one who sent them shall not return until they accomplish what it is that the one who sent them sent them forth to do. They're going to do. So one of those plagues, man, because there's many plagues. One of those plagues is this high ass inflation, and the plagues connect, because this plague of inflation connects into famine, and it connects into other plagues too.
Yep.
Okay, so so it's high ass inflation over there. So the government is subsidizing the cost of bread, but in order to get the subsidized price, you got to get this biometric ID, or else you just have to pay the high ass price.
Right.
Okay, and it's just a hop. It's not even a hop, skip, and a jump. It's just a jump. From there to, well, you got to get this beast rice, or else you can't buy any bread.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
So this from lightsitenews.com, published May 19th. It says Iran rolls out digital bread rationing with biometric IDs. The new digital rations for subsidized food were announced following a spike in the global cost of wheat. And this comes after 5 people died in food riots from the food in Iran skyrocketing. So it says
There,
Iran has announced it
Lakia,
will be.
Lakia, bro.
Mhm.
There are riots and uproars and seditions, just like it says in the scriptures. Another one of the signs. I told you, man. The
Yep.
vast majority of the signs are past, and the few that remain are front and center and passing before our eyes as we speak. Right? They got multiple uproars and seditions and riots concerning food and or inflation. It's going to be an inflation around the world. It's not just Iran and they got similar thing going over in Sri Lanka, other locations as well, and that's just the ones that are reported. Go ahead, bro.
Come. It says Iran has announced it will be rolling out digital coupons to ration bread to its citizens as it cuts back bread subsidies, which the country's president says are being wasted. The government will offer digital coupons that will allow them to access a limited amount of bread at subsidized prices, while the rest will be available at market rates. And so they're saying that, okay, if you want to buy this high ass bread, then you can. But if you want to buy the bread at discounted rates, then all you gotta do is get this digital coupon. It says the food rationing can be enforced via Iran's biometric national ID card, which is started phasing in from 2015, and which is now issued to all new applicants and for all renewals. The card includes a smart chip and stores biometric data, including iris scans, fingerprints, and facial images, and is already being used to access a variety of government services. So if you want these digital coupons, you got to get the biometric national identity card, and then you got to have your fingerprints, your facial images on it in order to get this digital coupon. So you got to basically give them everything.
Well, they're already going digital. What's the next thing to do, man?
Yeah.
Make your wallet digital, and we're going to see that there's already a leading company, but it's not the only one. There are competitors, so it's multiple companies, but there's a leading company that's on the scene right now. We're on the world stage, and it's providing that service of digital wallets. So what happens next, man? Well, you put your wallet. I mean, pretty much they got that. Pretty much they're talking about having the wallet on. Is the wallet's already digital, and they're talking about having the wallet on a card. Well, somebody stole my card. What should I do? I lost my card. What should I do? Well, you know
Yeah.
what? We just need to go ahead and just put all this digital information on this, micro, what comes next. And then we just need to go ahead and put it right there so that you can't lose it.
Right.
That's where this is going. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Con. And I
Hey,
think,
fuck it. That's
yep,
where this is going, and fast.
that's right.
It's going there fast. Go ahead, bro.
I think this clip is the it's like let me fast forward. I think this clip is the same. No, it's not. Okay. I'll just get the title for this one and then go to the clip because I think it's basically touching on the same thing.
Okay.
Wallet more. So it says from Fox 10 News.com. It says you see it, the potato chip implant lets you pay with your hand. And just it says instead of carrying your wallet in your purse or back pocket, a technology company wants you to carry it under your skin.
It ain't
So,
no technology company. Yeah, so blame technology for this. Blame the tech companies. This isn't our fault. This is the tech company's fault. No, man.
hmm
You know, don't you understand that, haven't you heard of fascism? Fascism is basically when the governments are the companies. The
yeah,
companies are the government. Okay? But no, man, it's not the tech companies, man. This is the plan of the wicked elite. This is the wicked, man.
yo,
Pushing the hour of temptation upon the whole world, to put the whole world into perpetual slavery because they're trying to get their birthright back. They're trying to get their birthright back, which is the birthright that they lost in Genesis chapter 27. You know?
Yep.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get back. Okay. But
Yep.
it's not going to be a success. Okay.
That's right.
It's not going to be a success. But they're trying to put the whole world in perpetual slavery, you know, to make everybody their product, which they already regard you as product. They already regard you as cattle. They already regard you as goyim. Okay. That's what this is about. This is not the tech companies, man. You know, the tech. It's the wicked elite. Okay, the elite of Esau Edom, the elite of the house of Edom, that are pushing this wicked agenda on the whole world, and they are making all this chaos that's going on in the world. They are making it happen. The end to bring about the end game, which is this beast rice, this charagma. That's the end game. That's the end goal. That's why they're orchestrating all this. Order of KO. They tell you that it's not a conspiracy theory. It's not conjecture. It's not, well, let's come up with we think they might be doing. They put it in their documents. They come out and they say it. It is order of KO. They are creating the chaos to bring the order that they want, which actually in true reality is actually disorder.
Right. So it says Walletmore, that's the name of the company, British Polish, is selling potato chips as alternate payment option that lets you pay with your hand. The potato chip is about the size of a grain of rice. It says, and does not come inside a credit card because most electronics have potato chips, microchips, whether it be in your computer, your phone, your game system, your TV, anything. But instead of it going in an electronic, they want to put it in you, and it says what? Preferably in your hand, which also or in your head area, which is Neuralink, and the other one, I forget what the other one was called.
Yeah, I forgot what they called too. But anyway, yeah,
I believe
think
it was
fine. I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, many have started paying for things with our phones, even watches.
One company, though, wants to take that tech.
So, just bringing out this video. And this is from, it says, Araka Rubin. It says, Walletmore creates potato chip that goes in your hand. Contactless payments.
Well, many have started paying for things with our phones, even watches.
One company, though, wants to take that technology to another level by implanting a chip in your hand.
Listen to this. Instead of carrying your wallet in your back pocket or your purse, a tech company wants you to keep it under your skin.
All right, so let's explain here. Walletmore is selling microchips implanted in your hand as an alternate payment. Could this be the future? Maybe. The overseas company Walletmore is selling the microchip in parts of Europe. It's about the size of a grain of rice, goes under the skin. It's then activated using a digital wallet app.
And they'll be implanted.
Bro. Yeah, that's why we call it the beast rice. They always compare it in size to a grain of rice. And this is the rice that is being pushed by the beast. Okay, the beast system. All right, being the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and the EU, the European Union, and the whore that rides upon the beast or sits upon the beast. And when you're sitting upon the beast, that means the beast is serving you. The beast is following your commands, obeying your commands. You're in control. And the whore that sits upon the beast or rides upon the beast is America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, according to the scriptures, right? So they always show you that it's about the size of a grain of rice. So this is not wild rice. This is not brown rice. This is not long grain rice. This is the beast rice.
Yep.
Okay, back in about 10 seconds and go ahead.
Could this be the future? Maybe. The overseas company Walletmore is selling the microchip in parts of Europe. It's about the size of a grain of rice, goes under the skin. It's then activated using a digital wallet app.
And it'll be implanted, Julia, into your hand.
I don't know. I feel kind of creepy about this. I mean, they can track
Pause,
everything we
bro.
do anyway, right?
What hand is she putting forth there?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a right hand to me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a good time. Let's pause it real quick and let's just bring out that Revelation 13, 16 through 18, and then we'll get back into it.
There's Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, which this word in the Greek is charagma. It says to receive a charagma or beast rice in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. Now, when you get the precepts that go along with this, it doesn't always specify that it's the right hand. And that's because it doesn't matter what hand you get it in. It doesn't even matter if you get it in a hand at all. And even if you don't get it in your hands or you don't get it in your forehead. Now, when you go into that Greek word for forehead, you got to dig a little bit to get this. But if you dig, you'll eventually find that that word that's been translated to foreheads, it actually means your head, not just your forehead. And of course, your forehead is part of your head. So, that does apply. Your forehead does apply. But the real sense of this word that's been translated to foreheads is the region between and or behind your eyes. So it's really talking about your head, not just your forehead, your literal forehead, right? But it doesn't matter where you get it. If you get it anywhere in your body, then you are going to drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shah, which is poured out without mixture. And you better start stretching and warming up because you're going to be breaststroking, backstroking, and free stroke. What do you call it? Freestyle or free stroke? Whatever. Through the lake of fire. Okay. Now, over in Europe, they get it in the left hand and they call it the NFC, near field communication. Okay. Now here it's the RFID, radio frequency identification. And of course, it's the same thing. They just call it a different name over there. Right. But just the scriptures here in Revelation is focused on the main scene of the climax, which is America, Babylon the Great. And here in America, Babylon the Great, it's the right hand. And that's the reason why it specifies right hand here in Revelation 13. But other passages, it doesn't say right hand or left. Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter where you get it. It's just this particular passage is focused on America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay. But other passages are more general and it just says hands. Okay. So right hand, left hand. If you take it, you're going to be destroyed. If you don't have any hands and you get it in your nub, you don't have any hands, you get it in your toe. You don't have any toes and you get it in your butt cheek, as some people mock, you're going to be destroyed. If you get it in your body anywhere, you're going to be destroyed. Okay. And there is no repenting from taking this.
There is no refunds.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah. Cause that's exactly what she's going to say. Yep. That's exactly beautiful. That's it too. There are no spiritual refunds. All right. So yeah, like the brother said, that word is charagma in the Greek, which, bro, let's make it real quick as we can to get through that.
That word is charagma. It says a stamp, an imprint and mark, thing carved, sculpture, graven work.
Right. And that's what it looks like when it's under the skin, because it pokes up from under the skin, almost as if somebody, it's like when, you land on a, it's like when you land on a blanket or something that has a pronounced texture and you fall asleep. And then when you get up, you can see the imprint of the blanket or whatever you was landing on your face. We used to call it rack burn. Okay. And it's almost like it was somebody stamped that image or that impression on your face or on your hand or whatever. It's like it was stamped there. Or another way, it's like it was carved out, like somebody carved out that image, because that's the appearance that it has. And that's exactly what it looks like when you get this beast rice under the skin. It looks like it was carved. It was a sculpture or it's a graven work. Okay. All right. Or that it's branded there. You know, you've seen people who, which is off to do this, we're not supposed to do this, but you join these sororities, fraternities, and you get branded. You know, it's like it was stamped, but it actually was burned, but it's like it was stamped, or it was like it was carved into your skin, right? So that's the charagma. All right.
Yep.
And the Greek word charagma has a root word, and the reason why they go through the trouble when they put this resource together of including the root word is because all the meaning of the root word is wrapped up and included. It is innate to the meaning of the word that comes from the root word. So to really get the full understanding of the word, of the meaning of the word that comes from the root word, you have to also include the root word definition as well. But you have to click on it. So we click on this to get a further, deeper understanding of what this word charagma means.
And that root word is harax. It says a pale or stake, a palisade. It says a palisade or rampart.
Yeah, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and limbers are heaped. And that's all right. That, you know, we got the point, bro. It's good because it all involves something. It says it's a pail. So what are you gonna do with a pail? You're gonna stick it into the ground. You're gonna, you know, a palisade, a rampart. That all involves, you know, metal poles or wooden poles which are stuck, penetrating, piercing the ground. So this word harax involves and carries with it the idea of something being penetrated, something being pierced, something being stuck. Okay. In this case, it would be you when you get the charagma, the beast rice, whether it be the charagma, the beast rice for the hand, or whether it be the charagma, the beast, well, I wouldn't call it rice because that's not about the Sanskrit rice. It's a little bit bigger than that. But whether it be the one even for the head, okay, they always, they're going to penetrate your skin. And in the case of the one that's for the forehead, which actually is your head, they penetrate your skull. They pierce you, they penetrate you, they stick you and draw blood. See? So that's what the word harax means. So you got to include that in the meaning of the word charagma. And you see that this is all coming together now. Now it's a little bit more clear. Now that you know it involves something being pierced and something being penetrated and something being stuck, and that in this case is going to be you, so therefore blood is going to be drawn. Now you know that it's certain things, it can't be that, because certain things like a tattoo, you know, well, that doesn't draw blood, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, kind of, you know, maybe a little bit, but it's not very penetrating your skin like that. Okay, so no, it isn't no tattoo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, up.
Con, and that root word for harax is grapho. So it says to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material.
Or other material, that's a catch-all. Okay, so a micro, you know what, would be other material.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a catch-all. Yep, that would fall under that category. Okay, go ahead.
It says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten. Write down, record.
Record. What's a synonym for record? Store. Store information. And they already told you, man. They already told you. You got digital IDs. You're gonna store that on there. You got digital wallets. You're gonna store that on there. You're gonna have your medical records. It's gonna be stored on there. What are they allergic to? They're allergic to any medication? I'm not sure. Give me a second. I'm gonna scan their rice. Okay, yeah, they're allergic to this and that. So don't use that. Give them this instead. See, all that's gonna be stored. So in order for something to be the biblical thing that it talks about in Revelation 13, 16, 18, it has to check all three of those boxes. It has to be something that information is stored on. It has to be something that's penetrating your skin and drawing blood. And it has to be something that has the image or the appearance of an imprinted or a mark, a stamp, something carved or a graven image. And the beast rice, as we're bringing out to you right now, checks all three of those boxes.
Yep.
Because it is the thing in Revelation 13, 16, and 18.
Yep. So back in Revelation 13, verse 17, and it reads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right. Because each one of these beast rice is going to eat beast rices, I guess, is going to have a UPC attached to it, which UPC stands for Universal Product Code. And if you understand, the Universal Product Code always has 6, 6, and 6 in it. All right, the two thin double bars on the left, on the outside, the left side and the right side, and then the two thin double bars right in the middle. It's always on the UPC, okay, the UP code, right? And that's because to the wicked elite, that's what you are. You're a product to them, and they want to tag their products.
Yep.
All right, and this thing is going to be used to a whole hell of a lot more than that. They're going to tag you. They're going to track you. They're going to literally control you. Okay, they're going to literally be. They're going to be, they're going to know everything about your biochemistry at all times, and they're going to be able to send certain signals, all right, through which they're going to be able to send certain signals through their 5G or 6G or whatever they come up with next or whatever. Even with just the 5G, that's why they're pushing it so bad. They're going to be able to send certain signals which your rice will pick up. Okay, whatever version you got, whatever location it's at, it's going to pick it up and it's going to alter your biochemistry. It's going to have the capability of affecting the way you think. And all the more so if you get the version that's for the head. Okay, they're going to be able to literally send command signals to your limbs to get you to do whatever they want you to do. They have come out and point blank said that, and it wasn't even veiled. Okay, so and they're presenting it as something like, well, this is going to help people who can't move, paraplegics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, even if you're not a paraplegic and you get it, because they're also going to tout it as, well, you get this, you're going to be able to see, you're going to be able to see better. You're going to be able to have superpowers. You're going to be able to have night vision, or you're going to be able to this, you're going to be able to that, whatever. So this is why, even though nothing's wrong with you, you want to get it because it's going to make you, it's called transhumanism, man. This is going to make you more than a human. You're going to have super senses or super this or super that. Well, when you get that, they're going to be able to send signals through your charagma that you have in your head to your brain, which will directly control you, absent your consent. They show you that in the movie Upgrade. Very good movie to watch. It came out like, I don't know what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. Upgrade. Very good movie to watch. They show you that, man. And in the movie, all he had to do, he had to give the thing consent, and then the thing took over, and the thing took over and was controlling his body and doing all kinds of things, and he was just along for the ride. Hey, man, art imitates life, not the other way around. Go ahead, bro.
I'll rewind it a little bit.
Yeah. And you see there that she got her right hand out. So this is in Babylon, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
To be implanted, Julia, into your head.
I don't know. I feel kind of creepy about this. I mean, they can track everything we do anyway,
Yeah,
right?
sure, yeah. I don't know. I ain't interested in it. Keep it away from me.
I just want to know how it affects your body.
Yeah, it can't be good. It can't be good to put some electronic device in your body and keep it there. Ooh, good luck with that.
Once the implant goes in, there are no refunds.
Pause. That's a very spiritual thing she said, bro. And I didn't pick up on it until you just brought it out. So, Barack, how about you, Rashad? Yeah, there's no refunds. You take this, and this is the warning to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. This is only to you Israelites. You heathen, do whatever the fuck you want to do. It don't matter. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, once you take it, there are no refunds, man. There is no repenting from this. Let's bring out the Revelation 14, bro. Rashad. Looks like we're only going to get to the, and that's fitting. Okay, so we're just going to get to this today.
This is Revelation 14 and verse. It's like Revelation 14 and verse 9, and it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand."
Yeah, see, notice it doesn't say right hand or left. It doesn't say right hand there because it doesn't matter where you get it. And this is more focused on the whole world, all right, not just America, Babylon the Great, because this is the hour of temptation that has come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the Greek word behind that word world in Revelation 3 and 10 is oikomene, which means the whole planet and everybody that's on it. Okay, so it doesn't matter what hand you get it in Revelation 13, 16 through 18 is focused on America, Babylon the Great, because that's the main central focus of the climax of this age. Okay, which here in America, Babylon the Great. That's why it specifies right hand there. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 10, "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
Right.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the charagma of his name.
There you go. And so this is what we're sounding the alarm for. This is what we're blowing the trumpet for. To not take that charagma. Okay? Don't eat the beast rice. Okay? You will be destroyed. There is no repenting from it. Okay? All right? So let's go ahead and finish that clip, bro.
Okay.
Chips are not sold in the U.S. Crazy.
That's a lie. Back it up a little bit and let her say that clear.
In your body and keep it there? Ooh, good luck with that.
Once the implant goes in, there are no refunds. Right now, chips are not sold in the U.S.
That's a lie. Okay? This is far advanced. More far advanced than you know. Through the Spirit, I believe, as I've been watching this since I've come into the truth, I believe that worldwide, tens of millions of people already have the beast rice. Okay? If not hundreds of millions. Okay? All right? But I think I feel pretty confident saying tens of millions. Okay? Because you can't know, because the goddamn devil is never going to tell you exactly how many people got it. All we know is that a lot of people are getting it all around the world. It's being soft pushed right now, but very soon it's going to be hard pushed. Okay? And it's been being soft pushed for a long time, for years now. And a lot of people have been taking it behind the scenes, for years now. Okay? So I believe through the Spirit, probably most likely it's tens of millions of people who have it right now, and it's about to explode when they start to hard push it.
Yep. I was just looking at their Instagram page, see if they had anything on there. It don't look like they do.
Right. But we're showing you that she lied when she said this is not sold in the U.S. right now. A lot of people over here in America got it already. We don't know how many, but a lot do. Not like half or anything like that, but like a good chunk of the population has it. Okay, and it's growing.
Yep. So this is called dangerousthings.com, and they are stationed or based in Seattle,
And
Washington.
that's America, right?
Yep.
So she lied.
Based in, and this is what they sell. They sell. It says our most popular products.
Oh, most popular. What's
Yep.
that telling you? If it's popular, that means they selling more of that than anything else.
Yep. That's it.
I
So
told
what
you,
it's
man. Ain't no telling how many people got this thing around in the world, let alone here in America, Babylon the Great. I think tens of millions of people, if not hundreds of millions of people worldwide.
That's right.
It very well might be hundreds of millions of people on its way. You know, and when they push this hard, it's going to run off. It's going to take off. Go ahead.
Yep. So go and look, it's free shipping too, so you don't have to worry about free shipping.
Right, and you know they're selling in America because look at the currency symbol they got there. It's a dollar sign, baby. Yep.
So it says go to our products, and go to, like it says right here, implants.
Yep.
And right here you see X series injectable, and then right here they selling the potato chip, and then they also got the little syringe. I believe
There you
that's
go.
the
That's the
syringe
Ciroc
to
right
use.
there. Yep, the Cirocs. Yep.
Yep. There's a little syringe to use with it. And so here's the potato chips.
Yeah.
About the size of a grain of rice.
Yeah. Most popular product. You
Yep.
sell more of those than anything.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And right here it says 144.
Look at that, man.
444.
Hey, that's highly spiritual, man.
Yep.
The Heavenly Father controls everything. Out of all the numbers that could be there, it got 144.
Yep.
Okay, the 144,000. The Heavenly Father puts, hey, bro, get that in the book of Job. The Most High Yahweh Shem Shah speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not. See, you gotta be spiritual. You gotta catch these things when the Heavenly Father is speaking.
That's right.
Even with the prophet, I forget. I think it might have been Abraham. I forget who it was, but Yahweh Shem Shah's voice wasn't in the wind. It wasn't in this. It wasn't in that. It was a still small voice, a still quiet voice.
Yep. So this is Job 33 and verse 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
Yeah, the Most High speaks, man. And when we see these numbers, 144, 444, 555, 888, these numbers, they're spiritual numbers. The Most High deals in numbers. Okay. And we see these numbers, 144, all the numbers it could be. We see 144, the 144,000. That's the Most High speaking. Okay. There are no coincidences. The Heavenly Father controls everything. It could have been any number, but it's 144.
And it says that it has not been certified by any government regulatory agency for implantation or inside the human body. Use of this device is strictly at your own risk as of now, but soon it's going to be, you got to get it. You can't work.
Right.
You want to get the next clip? Or?
Yeah. Let's get that next clip. Because this ties into what's going over in Iran right now. But they're not going to stay there very long. They're gonna blow past that, because like I said, I lost my chip. I mean, not chip. I lost my card. Somebody stole my card. It's not going to stay there.
That's right.
People, somebody robbed me from my card.
Yep. Yeah, and you won't have to worry about waiting on a replacement card, 5-6 business days.
Right.
You ain't gotta worry about none of that.
Right.
It's always going to be on you at all times.
Right, man.
Sparky in you at all times.
Right. Yeah. Just go all the way. You are where is the world going? Digital.
Yep.
Well, why are you going to stop short? Why are you going to pull up short? Go all the way, baby. They are going all the way.
That's right. So continuing on.
Crazy.
How convenient would be to pay at the cash register by simply showing your face or scanning a fingerprint? Well, this is now a reality in Sao Paulo, Brazil. MasterCard has launched a pilot program at 5 grocery stores in the South American city where customers can authenticate their identity using their biometric information. To pay at the checkout, customers simply look at the terminal, which scans their face using facial recognition software, or place their finger on the fingerprint scanner. No PIN, no tap and go, just a smile or a wave of the hand. Customers will need to upload a photograph of their face or a scan of their fingerprint and link that to their MasterCard account. The pilot program is an attempt by MasterCard to break into the contactless biometrics market, which is expected to be worth about 18 billion US dollars by 2026. The scheme has raised concerns over customer privacy and how the data is collected and stored. MasterCard say the system's secure. Would you do it? I'm not so sure.
Bro, yeah. See that? See that?
MasterCard say the system's secure. Would you do it? I'm not.
The Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. And you got 144 there, and you got 444.
Yep.
Okay. Rakati Habashim Shah. 140. Again,
Yes.
out of any price that it could have been, it's 1444.
That's right.
1444. You got triple mercy, and you got the 144,000, because 4 is the number of mercy.
Right.
Okay. 1 is knowledge, 2 is wisdom, 3 is understanding, 4 is mercy, 5 is power, 6 is the number of man, 7 is the number of the Most High, perfection, also goes into completion. 8 is double mercy. The only one I don't know is 9. So if a brother watches this and he knows what 9 goes into, just put that in the comment board, Baba Kusha. And then you got 10, which is also completion. 10 is completion. Mm-hmm. Like it says in the book of Revelation, and the 10th part of the city fell. 10 meaning the city. It wasn't like, okay, let me see here. Parts 1 through 9 are okay. They're still fine. They're still good, but just the 10th part fell. So 10% of the city was destroyed. No, man, if the 10th part fell, then the other parts had to fall first. Yep. Why did destruction going to skip all the other parts and go to the end and get the 10th part first? No, man. That means that the destruction already leveled the first part, the second, all the way through the 9th, and it got the 10th too. That means it's nothing less. So that goes into completion as well.
Yep. And America is, by FEMA, they're categorized in 10 parts.
Mm-hmm. Right, and also the zip code system as well.
Yep.
Okay. So all that means that the nation, that great city, America, Babylon the Great, is going to be completely and totally and utterly destroyed. That's what that's saying. With the 10th part of the city fell. The city completely fell. That's what that means. See, the Most High deals in numbers, man, and he speaks once, yea, twice, and he did. He just spoke twice. He said, he's speaking in other ways, right? But he spoke twice through the numbers. We saw what was it that we saw? The 144, right? On the dangerous things, and now we see the 1444 here on this clip. Yep. So there you go.
And,
go ahead. You got
and the one that we just seen, the other one that one was also 1444.
There you go, man. The Most High is speaking. That's why when they came up with the UFO, when they came up with the UFO report last year or whatever it was, it was 144 sightings.
Yep.
That these numbers are highly spiritual, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the 144,000, of course, which is how we're of that number. See, we pick up on these things, man. We try to be spiritual at all times and not carnal, and we try to hear the voice of Yahweh Shemal Shah when he speaks once, yea, twice.
Yep.
See? So go ahead, you got it.
And if I might add, it says you saved, I believe, $1.40. So they saying, so it's looking like if you use their biometric system, with contactless payments, then you'll save more money than just regularly swiping.
Definitely, absolutely going to do that, man. They are absolutely going to do. They're going to do that and a whole hell of a lot more.
Yep.
You participate in the Great Reset. We're gonna erase your debt. They're gonna do all kinds of things, man.
Yep.
You got a little inkling of that when they pushed the pandemic, when they pushed the solution to the pandemic. You know what the solution to the pandemic is? It's to drink that sauce, right? Okay. When they pushed that, You saw a lot of stuff coming. Drink the sauce, you get free donuts. Drink the sauce, and you're entered into a chance to win $1 million. They was doing all kinds of stuff. Well, that's low level compared to what they're gonna do when they really push this.
Right.
Okay,
Free
because this is the coup de grace.
Yep.
This is the end game. This is what it's all about.
That's right. Yep. That's it.
So
I got one more.
go ahead.
Because this is coming upon the whole world, man. It's going to come upon the whole world through Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the master of the people, they're not ready for what is to come, man. Even though we, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, we telling you that, hey, man, the hour of temptation is coming. Hey, it's not going to be pretty. We telling you, but they're not going to be prepared and ready for what is coming upon the whole world. But the Lord Yahweh, because we're being patient, we're doing His will through His Spirit. Yahweh, we be part of the elect. Yahweh is going to keep us from the hour of temptation, meaning He's going to protect us, safeguard us from the hour of temptation, which is going to come upon all the world.
Right. And if He doesn't keep you, then you won't be kept. It don't matter what you say now. Oh, I ain't taking that. Oh, hell no. Nah. You're going to take it. You're going to take it. If you haven't kept the word of His patience, if you haven't remained in this truth, if you haven't brought forth fruits meet for repentance, then you're not going to be kept by Yahweh Mashiach, and you're not going to have what it. Hey, nobody. I'll just put it to you this way, like I was going to say. The only way to be kept from the hour of temptation is for Yahweh Mashiach to keep you. You cannot keep yourself.
Right.
Okay, and no other thing, no other one, or no other nothing can keep you from the hour of temptation but Yahweh Mashiach. That's the only way to be kept from it. Okay, and He's only going to do it for those that have kept the word of His patience. Okay, and this is coming upon the whole earth, and you don't even need to get that Greek word for world, which if you did get it, it would be oikomene, but you don't need to get it because the context makes it obvious. Okay, to try them that dwell upon the earth. The whole earth, the planet, man. Everybody, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That okay. So, and what you saw in that last clip was gradualism, which is not so gradual anymore, man. Okay, they've been doing gradualism for a while, but now you can't even really call it gradualism anymore. Now it's just progression. They're just taking steps, man. But they're big strides now. They're big strides. They're making big strides, and so they're not going to run all the way to the charagma. They stop in some places, and in certain regards, they stop with, okay, well now let's do biometrics. Get people used to having their biometrics stored. Let's do this, and let's do that. It's conditioning, okay? But really, they about ready to run to the finish line.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, they about ready to run to the finish line. So, you got anything else on that, bro?
No, that was all the precepts.
Right. See, we were going to get. We was originally thinking we would get through that in about 30 minutes, and so we'd have some time to get into the third woe. But everything's always subject to the spirit, and it's fitting that we would take and spend the whole Shabbat lesson on the charagma, the beast rice, because it's that significant, it's that serious, it's that major. Okay, it warrants, and we have, of course, before done lessons only on that, but it just it's fitting just through the spirit. The spirit had it where that's what we focused on today. We was going to get into the third woe with Finland and Sweden submitting their app, making it official that I think Finland has actually submitted their application, but Sweden has made it official that they fully intend to as well, and it's official. It's out on the record. We're going to do it, and and then Russia's response, because this goes into the third woe. Okay, this goes into the third woe. Well, you see the headline there, but we'll probably save this for this upcoming camp lesson or whatever. But you read the headline real quick, bro, and then let's just get Revelation 9 and 12 and Revelation 11 and 14, bro. Sure. and we'll wrap it up.
Con. It says, published May 16, 2022. It says, Sweden, Finland, NATO bids are a grave mistake. Russia.
Yeah, you get a little bit of it, bro. Let's get a little bit of it.
Con. It says, Russia warned Monday that decisions by Finland and Sweden to join the NATO military alliance were serious mistakes, and Moscow would take measures. This is another grave mistake with far-reaching consequences. Deputy Foreign Minister.
I'm sorry. Slaki. What type of consequences?
It says far-reaching consequences.
Far-reaching. What?
Yep.
What is that? Something? What type of mistake what type of mistake does Russia say that Finland and Sweden is making?
A grave mistake.
Grave. Ooh, grave. And I mean, don't graves like involve death?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is, it's like your Revelation 9, verse 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
What are these woes? Well, whatever they are, there's three of them.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever they are.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
when you understand woe gets into a period of time of great suffering, misery, death, and destruction.
Yep.
Okay, well, woe can't be a trip to the amusement park. All right. Okay, so it has to be something that involves a period of time of great suffering, misery, death, and destruction. Well, that kind of narrows it down. What's Revelation 11:14 say, Baba Shah?
Revelation 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, there come and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
The second woe is past. So we learned that there's three of them in Revelation 9 and 12, and that the first is past. Now in Revelation 11:14, there's still just three. Okay, and the second one is past, and we don't know anything about the third woe except that it exists and is coming quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What are these woes? What are these woes, man? What are these periods of time of great suffering, misery, death, and destruction? What could they be? Oh, man, you know what they are. You know what they are. They're the 3 world wars, man.
Yep.
What else could they be, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, these are the 3 world wars, man. And so, okay, all right, well, all right, maybe that's but why does it say that the first one's passed and the second one passed, but then it never says that the third one's passed? When this was written like 2,000 years ago. The first one wouldn't pass, second one wouldn't pass, none of them was passed. So why does it say that? Because, man, the understanding of these scriptures was not always on the scene, on the earth. Yahweh Shah HaMashiach broke the seals and released the understanding of these prophetic scriptures on the earth. Gave it back to the Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah will do nothing except he revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets. So the seals were broken. Yahweh Shah HaMashiach broke the seals. The understanding of these prophecies was released back onto the face of the earth and given to the servants of Yahweh Shem Shah, the prophets, and now we're proclaiming it. And the time when that would happen was going to be between the second and the third woe. So the time when that was going to happen, the first woe would already have been passed, the second woe would already been passed, but not the third. But the third is coming quickly. Okay. Yep. So the time when the understanding of these scriptures will be released on the face of the earth and given to the men of the Lord for us to proclaim, thus saith Yahweh Shem Shah, is between the Second World War and the Third World War.
That's right.
Next question. All right. See, so we just touched on that briefly because, we're already an hour and 15 and, if we got into that, it would, to give that the real justice that, especially we get into some heavy passages. What do we have, bro? We had Isaiah 13 and then 24 as well.
Yep, and Ezekiel 38.
Yeah. We talking about another hour and 15, hour and a half. So,
Yep.
So we'll pull up there and do that probably. We'll go into that probably at camp next week. So, you got anything else, bro?
Nope.
All right. So Yahweh this Shabbat lesson was edifying and encouraging. Before we wrap it up, we want to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Shab, okay, double honors to the apostle, elders, the great millstone, much peace, love, and respect to the brothers teaching, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth. Okay. Adawam Brother this lesson was edifying and encouraging to any Akim and Aqua if they're listening and or watching. Ayashma Yakwana Azanyam Lashama Shemai, let him who has ears to hear. Kwame Asharala.
Kwame Asharala.
Baba Kusha Abad Babal Aitha.
Baba Kusha Babata.
Wakal Adawam.
Wakal Adawam.
Shalom. Lahabakariam. Peace to the elect. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.